On Saturday this weekend, the new African Choir of Norfolk had its first rehearsal. The idea for the choir came from Stash Kirkbride, artistic director of the Hostry Festival in Norwich. And the person appointed to run it is none other than friend of the show, Anna Mudeka. What a great choice. And Anna joins us now. Hello, Anna.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Oh, I got the Monday feeling,
Yeah, is that a good thing, or I suppose it's a bad thing, isn't it, Monday feeling?
Yeah, if you're homeschooling, I think it's a challenging thing. But
well, we've got more on that later in the programme from our friend Roxanne. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we're on an upward curve now for the week. Though once we've got Monday out of the way, aren't we?
The worst is over. Yes,
The worst is over.
Looking forward to Friday.
Yes, we're already looking forward to Friday, yeah. Now then, this is brilliant, the African Choir of Norfolk, which is fantastic. How did the rehearsal go, the first one?
It was absolutely amazing. And the good thing, obviously, with putting publicity like that on the social media is you kind of come out of Norfolk. So we had 3 new people from London and another new person from Birmingham. So, the world is our oyster now.
And that's great, and obviously it's still a Norfolk thing because obviously you're running it and you're in Norfolk and what have you. But to open it up to everyone is perfect, isn't it?
Absolutely. We just want people talking about it as well. And if people are starting to think, oh, there is something really exciting and big happening in Norfolk from other parts of the country, then we definitely welcome that. We want them to come here.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, obviously you couldn't meet in person. You've just said that. So, how difficult is it to do it online?
Oh, you know what? It's tricky. I'm learning as I go along, and I've got a lot of friends who are helping me out. I did a music course, donkey's years, at Norwich City College for 2 years. I did my diploma there, and I hated sound engineering. And I thought I'd forgotten all about it. And all of a sudden, I have to do this, and I have to use. So, I have to record the music on the computer, and all that little bit of information is starting to come through again. So we're doing a lot of recording, which the choir can then practice in their own time. And then when we get together, it's obviously, everybody's using Zoom. We kind of sing and harmonize within each other using the harmonies that I've already set up. It's working really well.
Yeah. It sounds brilliant, and we can't wait to hear the result of it. And I guess the question we'll ask is, were people a bit nervous? Because obviously they're kind of singing on their own, aren't they, within a bigger group? Did they feel nervous, or were people pretty good at just getting out there and singing?
Because you have to mute everybody, otherwise it just feeds back and you sound like... I don't know if you've ever been to a silent disco. It's a little bit like that. So we kind of encourage everybody to just mute while we're singing, so people can just hear their own singing. But this is a really... We hadn't thought of using this as a method to reach a wider audience. Before the lockdown, we were just meeting in Norwich every 2 weeks. But this has actually opened another line. You see, we can still meet when the lockdown is finished, and we'll still be able to run online as well, which means, the choir is just going to get bigger and bigger, and we're still looking for local people to join us. And I know that there is amazing singers out here in Norfolk who go to church and they sing, but we want them to come and sing with us as well.
And tell us about what an African choir entails. Obviously, you're singing and performing African music. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, so basically what we're trying to create is something really unique to Norfolk, and that is we're going to be singing songs from different parts of Africa. In the real world, we would love to have a song from each country, and as the members kind of grow, we've got people from Ivory Coast, from Kenya, from Zimbabwe, South Africa, Nigeria, and everybody's just dropping a song from their country. So, Eritrea, bit by bit, we want to be able to sing all different songs from. And we're really targeting, because we want to make it so unique. If people have seen Ladysmith, Black Mambazo, or Black Umfolosi, or the Yoruba Women's Choir, we want to try and create something like that here in Norfolk. So, we're asking for people of African heritage to join the choir. And so far, it's just ladies at the moment. We haven't got any men. I don't know why, but I'm sure, as we progress, they will come through. So anyone from, the Caribbean, Black, British, African, can come and join. There is enough choirs in Norfolk, and I have worked with some of the most amazing choir leaders. But I just want to create something really unique. And I was honored when the History Festival commissioned me to do this project. It's just so exciting to be working, in the county that I love, that I get so much support from.
Yeah, absolutely. And the History Festival you mentioned, that was where originally it was going to happen, but you were going to have rehearsals right up to the festival itself. Will the choir continue after that? Because obviously it sounds like you're really enjoying it, so you want to keep it going.
Oh, will the choir continue? That's a good question. From what we've been discussing with Stash, the ideas are growing bigger and bigger. It's not just going to be one commissioning from the Oyster Festival. We're looking at a 5 to 10 year project now, where we're going to hopefully then start taking the choir to do events outside Norfolk. Maybe even outside Europe. Who knows?
Yeah, that would be brilliant.
But I'm just really proud to be part of it and to be working in collaboration with such a prominent festival in the county.
Because I can see it now, when we're hopefully back to, in inverted commas, normal and the sun's shining and we're at, the Norfolk show or one of the many great shows and festivals that happen around Norfolk, we can kind of be out there and you'll be on the main stage with the choir and singing in the sunshine and putting smiles on faces. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? I guess that's the ultimate plan.
That is the ultimate plan. And, I really want to bring so much of Africa in there. Again, I refer to Lady Smith Black Mambazo because those are the leading choirs of Africa. I want to bring that spirit of singing. It's got movement. It's got ululation. It's got I want the audience to be able to read what the song is about from our faces and actually engage, whether it's a song about suffering, if it's a song about laughter. I want to take our audience on that journey. And again, being Africa, you can't just sit there, can you? You've got to get up and dance. You've got to do what comes naturally. You've got to join in. There's going to be a lot of audience participation. And kind of we want people, when they've seen the choir, to go away feeling like, wow, that, really, really uplifted.
And the thing with African music is as with all continents' music, it's so diverse, isn't it? There's so many different things you can do. Obviously, you've got Kuri Kuri, which is your kind of speciality, and you've got the theatre tour and everything like that. That's what your kind of love is. But I know you love all music, but there's so many diverse things happening in Africa.
Oh, we can't even start to dream about if we end up with 54 songs. And obviously, it would be nice to have 54 members to represent every single country and in Africa. And yeah, the vibe is there. The spirit of Africa is just going to come out in kind of, you can imagine, because I have to really mention the funders who have made this possible, the Arts Council of England. They were looking to fund things in lockdown, and we are very, very fortunate they were able to fund us. And as we progress leading up to next year now, people can't see us this year, which is a shame. It's just going to give us enough time to really prepare, to come out really, everybody feeling confident. I'm a performer, but I have to understand that everybody joining the choir, some of them will probably be their first time, and I want them to feel equal, in terms of how we all deliver when we're on that stage. And we're going to have such beautiful costumes as well. Everybody's going to be in this amazing African attire. No, I'm just really, really excited.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see it. I really can't and hear it. Now, rehearsals are on Saturdays, and as you said earlier, you're looking for people to still take part, new people. How do they get involved? How do you want them to get in touch with you?
Well, there's two ways to contact us. One of them is through email at africa@ hoistryfestival.org, or they can send a message to myself on 0787 949 3843.
Brilliant stuff. And just for people who don't know the spelling, that's Africa at Hostry Festival, which is HOSTRY Festival FESTIVAL.org. So that's the all important email address. Now you need to keep in touch with us, Anna, to tell us how it's going, because the next thing we want to do is play. I'm sure you'll be able to record something and play it to us.
Oh yeah, no, we're looking forward to that. It's because of lockdown, we just don't have everybody's voice to be able to be heard. But as soon as it's ready, you definitely be the first one to know, because we know that our audience out there are listening, and we've got their full support. And Norfolk is so ready for something like this. We've got so many different cultures living here now, but we don't have. We haven't really created something that brings all the African communities we've now got in Norfolk together. And I think this is the ideal project.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously we're going through some tough times in the world, and music is what brings people together. And it's so important that we celebrate how important music is.
Music is a universal language. I've had so many discussions which is rounded to our love of music that brings us together. And I think this year is very difficult for so many reasons, but I know so many people who are looking forward to their festival summer, the whole festival where they go around the whole summer to festivals. It's a big part of the British culture, and that's really hard not to have that this year. But we're all looking forward to next year, and it's just given us all time to reflect and appreciate what's what it's all about, really.
Great stuff. Well, as always, Anna Mudeka, great to talk to you. We're going to play some of your music now, so you can introduce it for us. We're going to play Band Day. I hope I've said that correctly.
Wonderful, yes.
So off you go. Go on, you introduce it for us. Tell us a bit about it.
So, Vande Mataran is actually a song that I learned from Dr. Das, who was from India and was living in Norwich for quite a short time. And we did a project with Marcus Patterson where there was people from different cultures again. We had Jose from Cuba, Dr. Das from India, myself, and we created this amazing project. And he taught me this song, Vande Mataran. So, yeah, lots of connections.
Musiki samatenga akasika nyeredzi makomo nyanza mwedzi mhepo muka zvose ndezvasamatenga michero masango anoyera mvura inonaya zuva rinope chapisa chando